Okay, welcome to part 3 of my little mini-series on Saratoga. You're looking at the practice track here in Saratoga. I think they call it the Oklahoma track. We're going to be looking at the race course. That's what Saratoga is really famous for now, is horse racing. But here's where they practice. Now this building that I'm going to be walking past is where horses are bought and sold at auction. And some very, very famous horses were sold at auction here. I don't know how you pronounce that. Is that Fasig Tipton? I'm going to be snooping around here probably in a few minutes on my way back. I like the name of that lane. Okay, now as we head down to the main racetrack, I should mention that the racing season, as I record this, is about to begin. It's going to start in a couple days, I think. I like this horse. Now this is called the Union Avenue East Gate, I believe. I've never been to the races here, and hopefully this summer that's going to change. I'd like to come here with my family and just experience the races. Now, this is, as you can see, it was established in 1864, and you can see the dates of the racing season this year, but 1864. This is actually the oldest sporting facility in the United States. I didn't know that until just recently. And we'll just take a peek in here. Now this city has normally about 26,000 people in it, and over the next 6 weeks 1 million people are going to come and visit this place. As you can imagine, that's pretty good for the local economy. Here's a little play area for the kiddos. Okay, I'll be able to see the racetrack if I just walk down here. We'll get a good view of the track and the grandstand. Just a little further. I'll try to find a good spot here. And this is the fourth turn that we're gonna see, and then I'll zoom in on the grandstand. But this is where the horses come by, and the announcer says, "And down the stretch they come." If you ever watched the races, he kind of famously says that. Well, they can seat about 55,000 people, or accommodate 55,000 people here. It's about 1/3 the size of the race course seating capacity at Churchill Downs in Kentucky. Now this track is known as the Graveyard of Champions, as we take a look at this TV camera tower, I assume that is. They call it the Graveyard of Champions because the best horses in the world come here, you know, the ones that win all the, you know, the big races earlier in the year. They come here to race for big money, and historically they end up losing. For instance, a few years ago, American Pharoah was the first horse to win the Triple Crown. In 37 years he came here, and tragically he lost, and I was heartbroken about that. Of course, American Pharoah was beloved by many people. I wasn't the only one heartbroken when he lost.
I'm really happy.
So this area is going to be teeming with people in a couple days. NYRA stands for New York Racing Association. Okay, this is not the Madison Avenue that you're thinking of. It's a different one. And this is kind of the back area of that Fasig-Tipton facility. Now, I just did a little quick research, and Fasig-Tipton is the oldest thoroughbred auction company in North America. And this is where I mentioned American Pharoah a few minutes ago. American Pharoah, the Triple Crown winner in 2015, where he was auctioned and sold and bought. Seattle Slew, you might know that name, from 1977, the Triple Crown winner, also auctioned here, and many famous horses. Man of War, back in 1918, this is where he was purchased. And in fact, in 1918, the big breeders in Kentucky made an alliance with Fasig-Tipton to sell their yearlings here. Okay, good morning. We are in downtown Saratoga Springs. We're going to take a little walk, and I want to have a little chat while we do. pretty early in the morning here, and the town is just starting to come to life. This is Broadway. Later in the day, it'll be a lot more busy and filled with people. But I just want to take a leisurely stroll, and this part of Saratoga Springs kind of gives me some Main Street USA vibes. We'll see if you kind of get that as you watch. Well, I've tried to show in these videos some notable parts of Saratoga. The racetrack, Congress Park, Saratoga Spa State Park. I don't know, do you get a little bit of a Main Street USA feeling here? So, I've never been to Saratoga Springs Resort at Disney World. I mentioned earlier in one of the other videos, I watch a lot of live streams and vlogs focused on Disney. And the question sometimes is the resort at Disney World kind of accurate to the real Saratoga Springs? I've never been to the resort, like I said, but I've seen it on the vlogs and so forth, and my feeling is that the resort really does not accurately reflect Saratoga in the sense, like, for instance, the buildings really don't look like anything you see around here. They do their best to make it look like upstate New York in certain areas, but really asking a lot of Disney to turn that expansive property into upstate New York. Operation Desert Storm. Of course, they have all over the resort, they have little references to Saratoga, to racing, to the springs and the spas and all of that. And so I do think it's themed well. I think you have to give Disney some credit. But again, I just think that if you're thinking, well, this is what Saratoga Springs is like when you go to the resort, well, not exactly. Of course, anybody who has been to the resort and now you're seeing these videos, I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. You could leave a comment in the comments section. Let me know if you think that they did a good job with the resort, making it accurately reflect Saratoga Springs. City Hall here. Now, Saratoga is the summer home of the Philadelphia Orchestra and the New York City Ballet, or at least they come here for part of the summer. And the National Hall of Fame, Ballet Hall of Fame is here in Saratoga. Obviously the Racehorsing Hall of Fame is here, but ballet is a pretty big part of the culture here in Saratoga. You can see up here a little reference to that. I believe these are called point shoes. They are what ballet dancers would wear. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this little glimpse at Saratoga Race Track. And now today the downtown area, Broadway. And just trying to give a little bit of a sense of what the real Saratoga Springs is like. And hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.